Hello, and welcome to Color Commentary. I'm TJ, your average fan, and I'll be talking to you today about Game of Thrones House of the Dragon Episode 5. And yeah, let's just get right into this one because it was good. Spoilers! Okay, so we start this episode with a visit to the Vale. We see Runestone, I believe it's called, and we see Damon's wife for the first time, who's out hunting. She's doing her little hunting thing. She runs into her cousin, and yeah, she's doing a hunting thing, and who shows up but Damon, all cloaked up, like he don't want nobody to know he's there. And then they get into a little spat with each other, in turn, which he then spooks her horse, flips her over, and lands on top of her. So now she's paralyzed, and that wasn't good enough. So she's studying assaulting him. So he picks up a rock, and then we cut away, assuming that yeah, he killed her. Because later on, well, we'll get to that in a second. Then we go to King Viserys and Rhaenyra on their way to see Corlys Velaryon and his family at their castle, which I cannot think of the name of, as they are getting ready to set up this marriage between Rhaenyra and Sir Lionel. And yeah, they get there. Corlys give him a hard time at first, didn't show up at the gate and all kind of stuff. Then his cousin like, hey, how you doing? Are you okay? She didn't notice that he missing a couple of digits, and that he coughing the can on. So it's not great. It's not a good look. But they finally agreed to marry them together after it's been said that, okay, yeah, they can have the Velaryon name, their kids, but when whoever take the throne, they're gonna have to take the Targaryen name, period, point blank. And Corlys and Rhaenyra agreed to this, and so now their son is getting ready to get married to Rhaenyra, who are having a talk on the beach, Lionel and her, as they walk along the coast. And she tell him like, look, I know what your preferences are. I got mine. We're gonna do what we gotta do for the realm, what I'm saying, in this marriage or whatever. But then we're gonna still, eat our favorite foods, so to speak. Because apparently Lionel is gay, and he already has a lover, whose name is, get this, Joffrey. Ha! Couldn't make this shit up. So his lover is like, oh, she cool with everything. Oh, that's cool, blah, blah, blah. I wonder who her lover is, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. So this is all happening like immediately. Everybody's sailing back to Westeros, to King's Landing. Lionel and his sister, they flew in on their dragons and everything. Everybody ready for a party. All the lords came to King's Landing for this party, pre-party for a wedding. A wedding on Game of Thrones. What could go wrong? Oh, let me tell you. Whew. So, these freaking weirdos decide to have a pre-wedding dinner. There was going to be 7 days of tournaments before the actual wedding took place. But at the dinner, we see things are not going as well. When King Viserys came back after the queen's father, the hand that got dismissed, let her know, like, look, your son needs to be on the throne, period, point blank, or you need to cozy up to Rhaenyra, otherwise she's gonna try to kill all of y'all, period, point blank. That's it. She like, I don't believe it. But then when she see Viserys come back and he stumbled out the carriage, and she like, okay, he is getting weak. You're gonna be dying soon. He doubling and tripling down on Rhaenyra being his heir. I gotta figure out something, otherwise my kids will be in danger. It's gonna be a war with the lords who want her son to be in charge. So what did she do? She decided to stand up, especially after she finds out that she decided to question whether or not Rhaenyra actually, slept with Daemon or not. So she decided to ask, I forget his name, the guard that she actually did sleep with. That's her favorite person. Yeah, he was tripping too, because he had asked Rhaenyra to run away with him and everything, and after he got dismissed on that, he was tripping. I'm like, is he finna become a stalker? Like, what's finna happen? But yeah, she questioned him about it. Did he confess? Because she thought he was talking about him. She was asking about Daemon, but he confessed to himself. So she like, okay, well, she did sleep with Daemon, But she did lie to me about still being a maiden. So this is all kinds of effed up, and I don't know what to do about that. The guard dude thought he was going to be dismissed and killed for what he did because they supposed to took a vow of virtue and not sleep with nobody, but he slept with the princess of all people. So he just knew his life was over. But the queen let him go. Allison let him go, you know. And then later at the dinner, she shows up in a green dress. So she's like, I'm screwed. I'm done with all of y'all. All of y'all that lied to me. I'm done. That's the color of her house. She representing House Hightower and Old Town, super hard. And the people from Old Town like, hey, yeah, I like that. We'd like to see that look on you. That's good. You're holding your ground in this mug. Whew, it's not good. Not looking great. Also, who shows up but Daemon, who gets confronted by his now deceased wife's cousin that she had talked to previously about. He like, I know you had something to do with her death. I know you did it because, you know what I'm saying, it was reported that she was on a hunting accident, fell off a horse, cracked her skull. Yeah, okay. We've seen him pick up that big rock. Sure, she cracked the skull with a little help. So, you know, Daemon and threatened him. Like, yeah, bro, I got, you know, we didn't have no kids, so I inherit everything she had, including your house, right? So I'll be back to, you know, claim all that. So, you know, peace out, bruh. See you soon. Dude walked away a little scared, and I was like, oh, should have thought that through, sir, before you tried to threaten him. Don't know how that was going to work out. So now Joffrey, who's also came with House Valerian to this party, is there trying to threaten the guard, the knight, sir, whatever his name is. I swear I know it, but I cannot think of it right now. I believe it starts with a C as well. Yeah. Try to threaten him like, yeah, we're going to need to protect our people. We know they got secrets and this, that, and the other, but, you know, we need to look out for them and made them feel like crap. So he like, well, if he know, who else knows? Don't know how they ended up in a fight, but they ended up in a fight, and the night dude beat Joffrey to a pulp. His face was like no more. Head was crushed open. It was a mess. During this chaos, though, people getting knocked all around. You know, Lionel got knocked down, Rhaenyra got knocked down, and so the new hand then sent in his son to go get her out of there and protect her. Meanwhile, his other son is talking to the queen, giving her secrets. He's like, I don't trust this creepy looking dude with the hunchback. I don't know. I don't like him. I don't trust him. And I'm interested to see what else this new hand got up his sleeve. Because clearly his sons got their own agendas. I'm going to tell you that. So, yeah, after all of that chaos ensued, there was an impromptu wedding. So now we're just gonna marry them off right away. You know, food still on the table, blood still on the floor from Joffrey dying, and these two are now officially wed, Lionel and Rhaenyra. They together. Meanwhile, Daemon is trying to hit up Lionel's sister, who had been set up to marry the king the first time around, but now she's older, of course, because they all are. And yeah, it's not looking good for her. I'm like, that's not a good thing. Besides the fact, at the party, he was also trying to talk to Rhaenyra. She didn't told him like, look, if you want to get me now, it's the only time. This is the best time to get me. Steal me away, take me back to Dragonstone, marry me, and make it happen, bruh. What you gonna do? He didn't do it because the fight broke out. He looked like he was thinking about it, but he didn't do it. The fight broke out. So yeah, now they're married, and then as soon as the final vows were said, King Viserys passes out. Oh my God, yeah, he closing in on death real quick. Can't wait to see what the time jump gonna be for the next episode. But this one was something else. Also, the guard dude, because of his loss of virtue and everything else, and he think his life just over. He done went out to the garden and finna kill himself, but the queen stopped him. She stopped him from killing himself. So I'm like, oh boy, what's gonna happen with that? We shall see, because he's clearly gonna be on her side and giving her information and whatnot, since he is Rhaenyra's personal guard. And she didn't think to dismiss his ass after he tried to say he wanted to run away with her, and how he, you know what I'm saying, don't like the fact that she married this other dude that she don't really like. He know that she love him. Oh my God, I don't know. It's getting juicy. That's all I got to say. And of course, it being a wedding on Game of Thrones, somebody had to die. and that boyfriend died. So he distraught. Everybody distraught. It was a messed up night. That was this week's episode of Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, and I will see you guys next week for the next one. In the meantime, have a great day.